Forget everything you know about robotic heroes born from grand plans to protect humanity. The truth behind the existence of Astro Boy is infinitely darker and more tragic, rooted not in hope but in the deepest pain a heart can endure. He is the echo of a tragedy, a ghost in a metal shell whose existence raises the most painful of questions. Can a copy replace the original? The answer to why this icon exists is not in his powers, but in the agony of a father who lost everything and desperately tried to play God. Hey clickers, subscribe with the bell activated, comment on the content you want to see on the channel, share this video to help us grow, and leave your hype. That helps us a lot. The fundamental reason for creating the robot boy is immersed in grief. His story begins with Dr. Tenma, a robotics genius and head of the Ministry of Science. Tenma had a beloved son, Tobio, who tragically lost his life in a car accident. Consumed by pain and unable to accept his loss, the scientist used all his knowledge and resources to build a robotic duplicate of Tobio, an advanced automaton that would become known as Astro Boy. This act wasn't driven by a desire to advance science or create a protector, but by a desperate and selfish attempt to fill the void left by his deceased son. The problem arose when harsh reality set in. Tenma's creation was a perfect yet static copy. The little robot didn't age, didn't grow, and couldn't fill the nuances of a real human child. For Dr. Tenma, instead of comfort, the automaton became a constant and painful reminder of his irreparable loss. In an act of final rejection, the disillusioned scientist sold his creation to Hameg, the cruel owner of a robot circus, where the young android was forced to fight for the masses' entertainment. This dark period was essential in forging the protagonist's character, exposing him to cruelty and exploitation. The atomic hero's existence changed course when Professor Ochanomizu, Tenma's successor at the Ministry of Science, discovered him in the circus. Unlike his creator, Ochanomizu saw in the robot not a failed imitation, but a being with potential for greatness and an electronic heart capable of feeling. The good professor adopts him, gives him the name Astro Boy, and becomes his father figure, encouraging him to use his powers for good. At this moment, his reason for existence transforms, from a replacement for a dead child to a symbol of hope and justice, a champion dedicated to protecting both humans and robots. The origin of the work, launched in the original manga in 1952 by Osamu Tezuka, reflects the context of post-World War II Japan. Tezuka, who witnessed the devastation of war, wanted to create a story exploring the duality of technology. The character's original name, Tetsuwan Atom, or Iron Arm Atom, was a direct reference to the atomic age. However, instead of focusing on nuclear energy's destructive power, Tezuka reimagined it as a source of positive energy, driving a hero who fought for peace and mutual understanding.
Throughout his countless adventures, Little Giant constantly faces prejudice. He lives in a world where robots are often treated as tools or second-class citizens, deprived of rights. His journey is a perpetual struggle for acceptance, trying to prove that consciousness and kindness aren't exclusive to humans. He becomes the bridge between two societies, often misunderstood by both sides, yet never wavering in his commitment to justice for all. The protagonist's 7 incredible abilities, including flight, super strength, and enhanced hearing, aren't just combat tools. They represent the potential of technology when guided by compassion. Instead of using his power to dominate, he uses it to protect the weak and innocent. His battles are rarely about simply defeating a villain. They are philosophical explorations of the nature of good and evil, the creator's responsibility, and the very definition of life. The Bionic Boy's existence has been explored across multiple media, each adding layers to his complex identity. The black and white anime series from 1963 was groundbreaking, introducing the character to a global audience. The colored version from the 80s deepened plots and emotional development. The early 2000s adaptation, launched in 2003, offered a darker, serialized view, focusing intensely on the troubled relationship between creation and creator, Dr. Tenma. Even the 2009 computer-animated feature film, though it simplified some elements for Western audiences, kept the core question, a being born from pain who chooses a heroic path. In all his appearances and encounters, from manga to video games, the fundamental question remains: Astro Boy exists because humanity needs a mirror. He reflects both our ability to create wonders through science and our tendency toward cruelty born of fear and prejudice. He isn't just a hero, he's an ideal, proof that life's true worth isn't in its origin but in its choices. His journey is the relentless search for a place in the world, an identity that transcends his initial programming as a mere copy. He exists to force us to question our own definitions of humanity and to show us that a heart, even if made of circuits and steel, can be the universe's most powerful force when driven by compassion. And now we want to hear from you. Which of the many versions of Astro Boy's story impacted you the most? Was it the original manga's tragedy, the heroic action of the classic animes, or the more modern, darker approach? Leave your comment below because your opinion is essential to our channel. We want to build a community that deeply discusses these iconic characters that shaped generations. Don't forget to leave that hype, like, and share this content with others also fascinated by the world of Japanese animation. Every interaction helps us bring more analysis like this to you. Thanks.
Hey kid, don't ever let them get inside your head. They'll tell you what to do in life instead of everything you know that you could get. Don't let them guide your life towards